Greetings everyone and welcome to the SMOOREZ archive. These are just all my old videos that I took down that I am re-releasing with some slight edits here and there. I did these DHGate Cheapo sneaker reviews for entertainment and educational purposes, and I do not endorse the sales of any Replica products whatsoever. No links to any of these items will be given since these videos were done ages ago anyways. Well, I hope you do get a kick out of my old content. Welcome to Cheapo shoe reviews. Cheapo shoes, on a budget, from a certain place. I decided to buy a pair of these because I thought, we're gonna resurrect it, we're gonna try again, and see how we go. I'm gonna display it here. You can have a look at it. And now, that's what's supposed to be in here. So let's have a look at it. And shipping was 5 days as well, which is pretty good. We have a box. Size 11, Air Jordan 4 Retro, blue black, made in Vietnam and all that sort of stuff. The Jumpman just there. Box is pretty whacked, dot patterns all there. On the top we have Jumpman in all his glory. Bit of a bang there, but that's okay. And we have all the other logos and all that sort of stuff at the bottom, which all seems correct, and this is... it's an air hole. It makes it go faster. Let's have a look. I see blue shoes. I see tissue paper. I see blue Jordan 4s. There's nothing else in the box except for this little circle that's got dots on it. That's part of the pull tab thing. Box, disappear. Shoes in frame. These are blue. Inside and outside. Blue his house with a blue Corvette, and everything is blue for him. He's blue, dubba dee dubba dee. I can't remember the song. These are a pair of Jordan 4 Retro Eminem shoes. They feel exactly like other Jordan 4s that I have reviewed before on this channel. It looks pretty much exactly the same. There is tissue paper inside of the shoe. That's a big ball of tissue paper. The shoe does feel solid. Feels pretty solid. There are a few differences that I can already see that we're gonna have to automatically just straight away point out. The blue finish is not what it's supposed to be. This is like a painted, it's not even a suede, pretty much like a rubbery material, but it's supposed to be a lighter shade of blue than this on a sort of a suede upper. The grey practically looks white. I mean, it's a light grey, but it's supposed to be a really, really dark grey. The black looks like paint. Looks like it's a cracks in the one I'm seeing. This here, it looks like it's supposed to be more of a distressed leather as well. The eyelets for the shoelaces here, I think they're called eyelets. They're supposed to be like a silver, like a chrome sort of thing. Jumpman on the back looks correct. Encore on the back there looks all correct. Eminem on there all looks correct as well. Let's pull out the insole. And we just have the cheapest of cheap insole, but it does have a velvet finish at the top here with Jumpman on there. The letter E is on the other one just in there, but there is nothing that sort of says that it's a decent sole. It's just yoga mat foam, which is usual. Let's have a look inside. Cross stitching as usual. There's some loose stitching there, but that's nothing to complain about. Let's have a look at the tag in here. Probably as best as I'm gonna get there. When did they say they were made? 2016. I'll have to check if that's the one on the box or not. The insoles actually don't really fit in the shoe properly. They're sort of a bit squished up here. Time to look for imperfections on these kicks here. What I've already pointed out, the uppers are different. The colors are definitely different, that's for sure. For the price I paid, I'm not really going to complain here, but I'm going to complain just for the sake of it. The bottom of the shoe looks fairly solid. Jumpman's looking pretty good there. Grippy sole, I'd say that's going to be all good. All the stars in detail there, fairly nice. Look, I'm also going to say that the stitching on the uppers is actually fairly decent. A little bump just there, a little bit of like inconsistencies there, one of the threads isn't going through there, but to be honest, it's fairly clean. I say that and look what I find, a little bit there. Also, Jumpman's got like a red backpack on or something like that. We can mod these shoes. What I like to think is that you could pick up a pair of these shoes and modify them and have them your own way. Paint bits and pieces and all that sort of stuff. If you got the actual pair and tried to do a modification, if you stuffed up, you're left with a pair of 40k shoes and go, oh, what am I going to do with them? Whereas you get these, you can modify them, you can do whatever you want to them, you can take the sole off and do a sole switch. If you're someone who does restorations and stuff, that might be an option. That's sort of what I think, purely for just collection and for just show. That's all I think these are. Otherwise, the netting is fairly good. I do prefer these in the Fear Pack ones that I already have. I prefer the Carhartt versions than these ones, because the Carhartt ones has like all the extra cushioning and everything like that. They just feel so much better. Whereas the tongue on these, like, I'd rather the tongue be a little bit thicker, but it's not. Even on this one, there's not a lot to complain about. I did notice this little bit here. Can't really explain about the blue. The blue is, you look at it off camera and it's like a dark blue. You look at it on camera, it's a light blue. They're supposed to be really a lighter shade and a suede-ish sort of upper. So not quite there, unfortunately. So I think now I have to do an on-foot segment. However, it's late at night. I can't really be bothered doing an on-foot segment right now. So what I'm going to do is cut the video now. I'm going to wear these out tomorrow, take a few photos and all that sort of stuff, and then finish this video off and, yeah, give you my final conclusion of these kicks. I do like them, but I'll have to see what they look like on foot. Well, here they are on foot. To sum things up, they feel as good as the Retro 4 Fear Pack kicks that I reviewed a while back. Very grippy sole, plenty of comfy cushioning, and overall, constructed fairly well. As you can see in daylight, these shoes are a very different shade of blue, as I mentioned previously, and they don't quite look like the real deal at all. The netting around the upper bends and twists when you move around in these, much like my Fear Pack ones, and these probably won't stay straight for long. True to size also, size 11 US they definitely are, so there's no problems with that. Overall for the price, they aren't too bad, but if you're looking at trying to mod a pair to look like the real deal, I think these would be a good start. But that pretty much does it for this review of the Cheapo Shoe Reviews Resurrected DHGate stuff review thingamajiggy. But anyways, that's going to do it for this review. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video, whatever that may be. Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you made it to the end, you got through some really cringy old s'mores. If you liked it though, leave a like. If not, then feel free to dislike. I'll see you in the next one.